Good evening, everyone, and I'm frozen right now on my end. So, there we go. Okay, great. Welcome to HorrorBuzz Live. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight we have a jam-packed show of news and information and horror fun, okay? So before I get into any of the content here, I need to remind you, please like and subscribe if you like what you see, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. We're all over the place, and we're even on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching us right now. So, as I said, tonight's show is jam-packed. So we are going to be bringing in our very own entertainment correspondent, Lindsay Unerman. What's up?
Hey, everybody. Hi, Norm.
Hi. How you doing?
Just ripped my computer cord out of the computer trying to be cute. I can't do nothing right. I'm good. I got it back. Everything's okay.
Everything's under control. Okay, great. Okay, so talk to us. What's going on with the entertainment? What are the haps this week?
Whew, the haps are happening, capital H. So we'll go right into the movies, and we've got a couple coming up. So today, May 24th, we have Evil Everywhere. And for all my fans out there of Giallo films, so if you like Italian horror, this might be for you. It's about a ancient evil that started off in a bunch of high school seniors in 1985. And it was thwarted, and 2 years later, that evil resurfaces, and the survivors have to band together and forever put the evil force to rest. It's coming out on VOD and DVD today. And this Thursday, May 27th, we have Skull the Mask. That is about something called and if I butcher this, I'm real sorry, but I tried and I practiced the spelling ahead of time. Mask of Anhanga. And it's based on this mythical Sao Paulo god. And he is the executioner of Tawawatinsupe, I think. And he's part of this mask is used in a military experiment. It goes horribly wrong and people start dying. That comes out on Shudder. It looks like chaos. So be sure to check that out on Thursday when that comes out. On Friday, May 28th, we have Funhouse. It's about a washed-up singer, celebrity ex-husband named Casper, and he's invited to participate in a thing called the Funhouse. It's an online Big Brother style type reality show, and he does it to try to rebrand his image and become relevant again. So him and a bunch of other C-listers go in this house, and it starts out kind of fun, and then things very quickly turn to misery when challenges is one of the contestants murdered. So that comes out on VOD platforms this Friday. And rounding out our movie category on Friday, coming to theaters, we have A Quiet Place Part 2. This is long anticipated, long awaited, and I'm sure you all know what it's about. And if you don't, then you better go watch that first movie before Friday, or I will be so disappointed in you. And just to let you know that the second part does pick up where the first film leaves off, leaving the Abbott family to face the terrors of the outside world as they continue to fight for survival in this new normal that they find themselves in. And they have to band together with some new members of the survivors out there and try to see that maybe the only threats are not just the aliens that have invaded. So that comes out on Friday. Now, events. There's a million events going on. I'm only going to touch on a couple of them because we have even more events to talk about later in the show. But a couple that I do want to highlight are May 27th. I did mention this last week. We have the Little Shop of Horrors drive-in that's happening at the Glendale Sears parking lot in Glendale, California. And it's going to be at 8:15 p.m., but the doors open at 6:45 p.m. And the tickets are $23 and include the car and the driver, and each additional guest can be added on for $8. And you can get tickets to that on eventbrite.com. And we also have Zombie Joe's Underground Trail of Torment. Now, if you guys are familiar with Zombie Joe's, you know that they put on phenomenal theatrical performances, really, really, really incredible stuff. Their team is so talented, and they are doing a contactless walk-through theater experience that takes you on a journey into darkness and you can face head on the nightmares and terrors of your wildest dreams. Now, that's not me. I didn't come up with that. I'm not that clever. That's them letting you know what this event is. You know it's going to be good. Opening night is May 27th, and it runs through June 12th. It's going to run Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, starting at 7:20 p.m. and running until 11 p.m. in 20-minute increments. So as with all the other COVID-related events that we've got going on, they are reservation-based, so make sure you go to zombiejoes.com and select the time that you're interested in. $35 for 2 people. So if you go by yourself, it's $35. If you go with a friend, it's $35. If you go with more than 2 people, you just add on another ticket. So for every 2 people, it's 1 ticket. It's a 2 for 1. And that's what we've got coming up right quick here in our world of events.
I love BOGO, and I didn't know that Zombie was doing BOGO. So it's a Zombie BOGO, and I'm terribly pleased about that. And I just love it. Anyway, yeah, and we have a bunch more stuff to talk about later on. I know I keep teasing it, but we're going to get to one of those things right now. And so we will see you in just a little bit, all right?
All right, we'll see you on the other side.
All right, take care. Let's see here. Okay, now I know that I've teased all of this, but we are going to bring on 3 people. Eric and Amantha Ryan and David Markland. There he goes. Ta-da! From his evil fortress of scares. Very good. How's it going, everyone?
Good.
It's going well. Yeah.
So we made a bit of a big announcement, haven't we?
Yeah, but first up, I'm a little worried that you're going to run over. You're clearly right in the middle of the street.
You know what?
Right now.
What I did was I put cones like right out there in front of me. So, there's nobody gonna, and I even paid the meter so that I can't get a ticket.
Nice.
So we're good. But yes, so we made a big announcement, and David, why don't you lead us in this?
Since we haven't been able to do Midsummer Scream last year, and this year we're unable to do it because of the darn COVID, we didn't want people to be waiting any longer to see all the amazing films that you guys have been screening and curating to pull together for what has been the Screaming Room at Midsummer Scream. We're taking it out of there and doing it right behind you there at the Frida Cinema on July 10th and 11th. 2 days of a ton of film screenings and short films and some other surprises.
Yes, plenty of other surprises that we have yet to announce. But right now, you can guarantee a spot for the entire weekend, including any said surprises, for $40. So I put the little link up there right now.
Right.
But we have tons of, tons of movies. In fact, Eric, how many movies do we have?
Well, we received, over the last 2 years, we received 474 films submitted to us for consideration. And we had to cut that down to 80.
Yeah, and that was because we took what we had been given in 2020, and we had a full festival for 2020.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we all know what happened. And then we shan't talk about it. And then, so, David, Eric, Amantha, and I decided to roll it over into the next festival, and which doubled the entries of an already crazy busy year, which made it the quality was so hard to pick. It was.
Oh yeah.
You guys watched every single one, right?
Pretty close. I mean, between us and the team, we watched everything that was out there. We ourselves watched the overwhelming majority of them.
Yes.
And there was a lot of really good stuff. I mean, anytime we do this, we get some really good films and some films where they're trying. And we hope that it's that in the future they'll be able to come back with us with something a little better, but it's just that the films that we've picked out, the 80 films that we've picked out, are all really entertaining.
They are like the top of the top. I mean, these are just over the years, because we've been doing this now, what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Or so. This is like the best quality of film we have seen. And it's just really, I'm very excited for everyone to come out in July and see these. Very much so. We have some good blocks put together. I don't want to say too much because I want you to come out and see it. But I will tell you, these are the best of the best films that we had.
Well, Eric,
I'm not going to put anything out there that's not good.
Well, I mean, David certainly wouldn't allow it, much less any of us.
Yeah.
So Eric, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the blocks, but maybe a few of the newer ones that
we've expanded some of the blocks that we've had this year. We every year it seems that we start getting a group of films that kind of point us in a new direction. Mm-hmm. So we've established a couple new blocks this year. We have, for the first time, a sci-fi fantasy block that we're calling Fantastic Worlds. We have also another new block, or maybe an adjustment to a block, is that we usually try to do a family-friendly block, and by that we mean generally a Midsummer Scream family-friendly block. So it tends to not be just G-rated stuff, but more PG. And this year it's probably even more PG-13, and so that's the spooky stories category.
Oh yes,
you could describe it as family-friendly, but it was more of just kind of a horror for everyone type block. Nothing too gory and gruesome in that one,
and nothing too childish. It's like you said, it's PG-13.
Yeah, it's a good mix of stuff.
It's exciting, this new block that we put together, because again, we have some really fantastic shorts that we have gotten over the past couple of years.
Yeah, we have we have a film in that spooky stories block that we're excited about. That was the filmmaker for that he was 11. It's an animated film.
Yep.
And he made it when he was 11, so he's 13 now.
Yes.
So he submitted it for last year's festival originally, and it's a film called Cannibal Cat.
Cannibal Cat.
Cannibal Cat.
It is this year's Nightmare Cows, Norm.
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I think David, have you seen Nightmare Cows? Because that.
Yes, I've seen Nightmare Cows. You insisted.
Yeah. It is absolute magic. It's still in my top 10 of all-time Screaming Room entries ever.
Yes.
So just fabulous. And so then we also have a new LGBTQIA plus block called the Screaming Rainbow.
Yes.
And so super excited about that. And we even have Mr. He reached out to me, and we may have a few surprises in store there. That was a little tease. So let's see here. So so we've posted where people can buy tickets, and David, can you tell us a little bit about what's available now?
Okay, so right now it's a weekend pass. It's like the VIP pass, but we're just calling it the weekend pass, and it's basically access to every screening during the days, and then on Saturday night, which happens to be my birthday, because it's my birthday and I am the executive director of Midsummer Scream, I'm using my huge clout to program a film which I love.
This is a family show.
I think everybody should see who loves Halloween. We will be. What was that?
I said, whoa, this is a family show. It was a terrible joke that landed awfully because the streaming is terrible right now.
I was like this. I know the handhold is later. Anyway, so Saturday night special screening. We'll be announcing it soon. Details on it, but it's a film for anybody who loves Halloween. I would say 99% of the people out there have not seen it, but it will be a classic as soon as they do. And then on Sunday night, of course, will be the awards. So that $40 ticket will get you into all of this stuff both days. Plus, you'll get a limited edition credential, for what you need if you're going to be going to any respectable film festival, and a limited edition enamel pin, which has been designed by Norm himself, which I love. And we will reveal that in the near future. So $40, great deal. And but that's what we have available now. And then the next week or two, we'll probably put tickets up for individual screenings and different selections of blocks and things like that. So, but right now, if you're really into HorrorBuzz and Midsummer, you probably want to get that weekend pass.
Yeah, I mean, get in on the ground floor, kids, because this is the primo deal for right now. So that's it. And it's gonna be a fun weekend. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then we could go down to Worst House and get a rattlesnake sausage.
Oh, it's a family show, so I can't say what I want to say.
Don't.
Just whisper it. Just whisper it, and the kids won't hear it.
Can you pantomime? Oh God, we're terrible.
Put it up on the screen behind you.
Oh my God. Okay, we're terrible. Okay, guys. So we have the Midsummer Screams Screaming Room Film Festival 2021 coming to the Frida right behind me here, and that is July 10th and 11th, and they're both all-day event things. So
it's
$20
the same weekend. It's the same weekend that Midsummer Scream was originally scheduled for, so you already have it blocked out.
You already have that blocked out.
Exactly.
So
he said so. Okay, we'll get back there, promise. Okay, so you're also doing another event, David, and to tell people, just give a short pitch about it.
I mean, Black Cat Orange is my company that does Midsummer Scream. We've got a ton of stuff coming up. We've talked about that in December. We're doing we can say it's a smaller version of Midsummer for the holidays called Season Screamings, and that'll be at the Pasadena Convention Center the weekend before Christmas. But we also just announced that over the February 12th weekend of 2022 at Pasadena, doing my first non-horror convention, which is called Sci-Fi Fantasy LA. And so it's going to have two different components to it. The sci-fi side is going to be very heavy on space travel. LA's huge for being part of the space program. So in addition to the entertainment industry, we're going to pull in that aspect. And then on the fantasy side, it's everything you could hope for. Everything from Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, maybe some Harry Potter, cosplayers. And in addition, we've got a ton of Ren fairs around LA that we're hoping to have involved. And also to really appeal to everybody who loves Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing or live-action role-playing. So it's going to be a whole weekend of all of that. Back at the Pasadena Convention Center, we're taking over the entire premises, or all the different buildings over there. So it'll be a blast.
The entire universe in Pasadena.
We're taking over all of Southern California.
Yes.
Yeah. So and if you want to find out more about that, go to sci-fi-fantasy-la.com.
There you go. So look, I mean, we've got your entire year planned for you, starting now. So get your tickets. And also, you guys, let's say hi to the Farm Haunt and Peter Vasquez, and then my buddy Brian Avery. No, they're actually chatting. If you're following the chat, yes, they're on the my high school pal Brian. We're gonna share our pictures from Little Shop of Horrors and stuff like that soon enough. I promise. Yes, so there we go. We got the Screaming Room. We got the Season Screamings. We got the LA Sci-Fi Con, Fantasy Con. What's the exact? I'm an idiot.
Sci-Fi Fantasy LA.
Sci-Fi Fantasy LA. Damn it. Okay, excellent. David, stick around, and we will circle back towards the end of the show. We have.
And can I also just say, Eric and Amantha are freaking awesome. You know, I know that Norm, like your entire team, is part of the screening room and has been since you started doing it. But I know that they bust their butts off and watching all these movies, and every film that comes in, they make sure is watched. And so I think that's pretty amazing. And I know the filmmakers appreciate it. I appreciate it, and obviously everybody who comes to Midsummer Scream and will be coming to the screening room really appreciates it. So thank you guys.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. We love doing it.
Yeah. And it's funny because people are so surprised. You watch everything? Yes. Everything that gets submitted gets watched. And that is thanks to Eric and Amantha.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Yes.
So they rock. And to explain how much they rock, we're going to go into our next event. And David, we'll be back with you shortly.
Are we doing it now? Are we doing it now?
Yes, we're doing it now. And also, Lindsay, we're bringing you back in because this is easily one of our favorite things to do together ever. Yes, here we are. Let's talk about it. Horror movie night coming up this Saturday.
Saturday night.
It's going to be exciting. We're doing a 25th. It's the 25th anniversary screening of From Dusk Till Dawn. I love this movie. I am so excited for this movie this weekend. And I know everybody else will be too. Because really, when was the last time you watched From Dusk Till Dawn, right? Like, I don't know when I last watched it, but I remember when I first saw it. And I'm like, this thing was awesome. Highly entertaining.
But whenever it was likely not at a drive-in, which is what it will be this Saturday night.
Very true.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm frozen, and I think we all are too. So there we go. Oh, I think I'm catching up.
I think you are catching up.
Okay.
So yes, it's at you want to tell them which drive-in? What are we doing?
Oh, well, it's at the mess hall, like our other drive-ins have been. The mess hall in Tustin. The gates open about 6:30, so you'll want to make sure to get there early, as always, so that you're there to get a good spot and in plenty enough time to get some food and catch the pre-show.
Catch the pre-show, and we brought Lindsay back because this is clearly, and she leaves. Well, oh my gosh, tech issues tonight are spectacular. Okay. I'm frozen. She's frozen. We're all frozen. Everybody's frozen.
Hooray!
So why don't we just go into the preview of the pre-show?
Let's do that.
Okay. Lindsay says she's trying to get back in and she's been kicked out. Nobody kicked her out.
What?
I didn't do it.
I don't know.
She's apparently still part of the stream. So anyway, let's go to the preview of the pre-show.
The Female Butcher, rated R.
You wear Spock ears to school and everything?
Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek. Voyage to Vengeance.
Henry, is that you?
Oh shit, I'm bleeding. That's a lot of blood.
They said they wanted to do a bunch of confiscated crack with me.
Now good prunes really are. No jelly.
Sick of myself.
Around the collar.
It's so much fun, Chan.
Dracula's dog.
Beef noodles. My wife's a magician.
I'm a nobody. It's a dark night.
So
yes. I'm so excited myself for this.
Oh.
But that Quentin Tarantino interview, I watched that. When I tell you, I was like crying. I was laughing so hard. I wish I knew a Jan, just so I could yell that at her, but I don't know one. So if you're Jan and you want to be my friend, so I can yell that at you. Now taking applications.
To be yelled at, yes, of course. Yeah, so again, it's this Saturday night, Custom Mess Hall Marketplace, and we have there we go. It's the 25th anniversary of From Dusk Till Dawn. Brandy is saying right now that she just watched it, but would love to see it on the big screen. Well, Brandy, we would love to see you watching it on the big screen. So get your butt up here Saturday night. And I know it's a big drive, but get up there. So,
and we'll have all our usual stuff. We have a pumpkin pack to give away. We have another short film from the Screaming Room from our last Screaming Room in 2019. We're showing a film called Once Bitten, which is directed by Pete Tompkins, who very much wanted to join us on the show tonight, but he is in the UK and it's about 3 a.m. there, and he said he had to get up for an early shoot this morning. So
that's when vampires are supposed to be up. So I don't know what
very true.
So,
but this is a fun movie that played in the Die Laughing block at the 2019 Screaming Room. So we're going to show this on Saturday night with From Dusk Till Dawn. So you want to come out and join us Saturday for this, and then also make sure to get your tickets for the Screaming Room at the Frida in July.
Most definitely. And let's go ahead and bring David back in on the show here. You didn't get to do the dramatic chair swivel, but that's okay. Brandy says she's going to try to, that they will be here. And Peter is advising us that if let it go, don't hold it back anymore if you're frozen. I think that's an obtuse Disney joke. But yeah, very cute, Peter. So David, will you and Claire ever be able to join us for a horror movie night sometime?
Maybe.
I don't know. It might be this weekend. Who knows? It might not.
Maybe.
But we're also planning on obviously we do this every month. So if you can't make it this month, come next month. And we are already planning our next film, and we'll be announcing what our next month's movie is Saturday night, right?
Yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, kids. So
I hope it's not something scary.
Well, there you go. You just ruined the surprise. We're
going to start taking horror movie nights in a different direction.
Right.
Yeah, a very different direction. It's Merchant Ivory presents.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. Well, listen. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing all of these crazy events with us, these fun events, and really, I'm so glad to get back out in real life, and we look forward to seeing Brandy, and also
Benny loves you.
So make sure to remember that, and there we go. Anything else to share, everyone?
I don't know. Do I have anything else to say, Norm?
I'm sorry. Oh crap! I'm in trouble. Okay.
So you had a chance to do something there, and you just didn't. So.
All right, guys.
Okay. And I guess we should go. All right. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Please like and subscribe us. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of the places. David, you want to share any of your socials?
Basically at Midsummer Scream everywhere, and you can get more information about the Screaming Room Film Festival by going to Midsummer Scream. This delay on your video is interesting. I hope everybody else is enjoying it. But midsummerscream.org and go there, and if you click on the Film Fest button at the very top, you can find out more about the Screaming Room.
All righty. Well, that's it. And yeah, have a good time, or have a good time. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
Be good.
Always have a good time.
Always have a good time, right?
This Saturday. We'll have a good time this Saturday. All right. Okay.
Yes.
I'm frozen apparently, so I'm just gonna roll the damn credits. All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Benny loves you.